And I will kick us off. So, hi everyone, Kara Delia. I'm a co-chair of the working group comms um, for the TAG Environmental Sustainability, and wanted to get some time to go over the retrospective from Kubecon, NA, and actually there's one for EU as well, but it's all in preparation for the 2024 KubeCon, first in the EU in Paris. And so wanted to start on getting a feedback on what we should do more of, what we should do less of. There, I put into chat, there is the issue. I will pull the issue up. Let me get there. And then, so we can talk about the issue, and then just honestly, any kind of thoughts you have around what we need to do better. Obviously, communication is one that I've heard. Communication out is something that we need to do a better job of. And I mean, the working group comms just started, or just got the charter finished. So we're kind of forming and norming, and but wanted to get ahead of the KubeCon in later next year, or early next year. So with that, I'm gonna share my screen for the tracking of the retro from KubeCon EU, and where is share? There we go. So is everyone seeing my screen? Yes. So Leo had opened this up, and he's one of our tag leads and our chairs. And so one of the things, I mean, we can all read, but is doing the meetups and the talks and things at the conference. And so maybe just go through here and see what you might want to, agree with, add to. So really the goal of today is to kind of just get our thoughts out, and then as time goes on, we will, the events chair, Claire, and working group comms, along with the comms working group, we will kind of distill everything together, and then to help create a strategy around, not only around what we're going to do, but how we're going to message it out, to make sure that people are, or that community, not just our community, but across the CNCF, other communities that are focused on environmental sustainability, and using channels as social, especially to be able to get our message out. And with that, I'm going to stop talking, and I want to open it up to all of you. I'm sure have ideas of what we can do for KubeCon. So I will open it up, and I will start taking some notes. If that works for you all.
Great. So I think for the most part, what we did in the last KubeCons was already very good. So maintainer talks, I think everybody thinks that's a great thing to have, a meetup, in-person meetup, but also like informal meetups. So you don't always need to have like everybody in the same room, but it's also just to have like 3 people or so talking about the tag, and then later that day, different three kinds of people are talking about the tag, and then we share afterwards, after the conference, basically everything that we discussed and learned, and then in one document or whatever. I think that's so like in-person events, so everybody sees each other and talks with each other kind of at the event, but also these informal meetups. I think that's very good. But there's like a couple of things. For example, I'm just looking at like group photo. even like these kind of things. We never did like a photo of us really together, for example. So this would be like a simple thing. Um, and then I mean, there's also the option to have a kiosk or this mini booth. So maintainers have like the option to get like project booths.
Oh,
And
yeah.
we also have the option as a tag to get one.
How do
And
we do that?
we need to sign up. There's a form. So we can, if we just say we want to have one, we get one. But if we get one, we also should have like a schedule. So there should be people at the booth, right? So if there's nobody at the booth, it doesn't, I think it's not very good. So there should be somebody. So the question is, are there enough people to actually help out with this?
Um, well, I guess too, it depends on if they're, it's probably okay to have the booth if it, predominantly everyone's in session. Certainly on the breaks, it needs to have folks there.
Yeah. I think the booth would also be like a very good place to meet,
Mm-hmm. And
because
send people.
say just meet at the booth and everybody knows okay, there are the project booths, and then somebody will be of the tech at the booth. So good place to meet, like have like informal discussions.
Mhm.
So I think would be good to talk about, are there enough people like wider tech or tech in general that could help out the booth, and then can sign up. I think that would be great to have.
Who do we sign up with?
So we just send, there's like a form which we receive. So the chairs get like an email, and then we can say which kind of support do we need from the CNCF.
Can I
And
put that as an action for you to?
yes, I don't, I need to check, but I'm not sure if we already received the email. Probably it will be sent out like in end of January or so, but I can ask the CNCF about it.
Okay, great. Yeah, I definitely like the idea of a kiosk. Just like you said, to place to drive people to
Yeah.
have those informal meetups and discussions. Um, One thing I was thinking about that we had done with Kubecon in a last year when we were first forming was we had a survey. I didn't know if we wanted to consider redoing a survey or having that survey, um, redoing that survey or doing a new survey
Mm.
for EU.
Yeah, so about surveys, I think conferences are, especially KubeCon, is a great place to have those surveys. The CTF is currently working on the sustainability survey, which they will send out this week or so, specifically about cloud native sustainability, and they want to share the survey results at KubeCon.
Mm.
I think in the past, the problem with surveys is that we need to have like a proper, that we need to do something also with the results. So for example, with the sustainability week, we have like a lot of input, but we currently have quite a lot to do. Everyone in the tag, it's that we don't have like the bandwidth to have like a proper to do like a proper analysis of the results. So if we do a survey, we should make sure that we also have the capacity to work with the results in time.
So, um, I'm wondering, is with LF being the parent of CNCF, if we could partner with LF Research, because that's what I have done in other communities. And we did a survey and then a report coming out of it. I could take it as an action to see if they would, I mean, they've definitely done, the LF has done a report on, sorry, you seeing my dog, um, has done a report on sustainability. So they might be interested in collaborating on that if you think that it um, would be
S-
of benefit.
So also, yeah, we also partnered in the past with the LF research on designing the surveys. They just gave feedback, but do they also help us with crafting the report? Yes?
Hmm. Well, they have that as an ability to, yeah.
Okay, I mean, that would be great because they could help us, I think, a lot on that side. Yeah. Would be great if you could reach out and
Yeah,
say,
I'll talk to them.
yes, you have capacity.
One other thought I have, maybe not directly related to KubeCon and Cloud Native Con, but it is in a way because there is the rejects conference that happens 2 days before, 1 or 2 days before the KubeCon conference, and we could probably also collaborate with them so that if there are speakers who have submitted talks on the topic but got rejected because this can happen, that we can also promote the topic even before, a few days before the conference by, for example, collaborating with the rejects conference organizers. Let me see what the exact name of that event is.
Yeah, is it called the Rejects Conference?
Yeah, it's for Cloud Native Rejects. It's
Okay.
for all. It's a conference for all those speakers who got rejected to KubeCon and Cloud Native Con, so they could come 2 days before um, the KubeCon conference and speak at this conference instead, because there are many great talks, but due to high competition, it's hard to get everyone accepted. So that's a great place to promote cloud native sustainability and the tag as well.
Yeah. So the idea is that we just notify the community that if you got rejected, it again for
Yeah, I think it can be a great opportunity to communicate because that folks who maybe submitted a talk on the topic and got rejected and are planning on going anyway to KubeCon, that we encourage them to send their talk to this event instead, for example, because I don't think that enough people know about this event, and it's really nice.
Yeah, I didn't know about it.
Do you know, Christina, if they also have tracks? It's too small, right? I think they are now like it's now a 2-day event. They used to be only like a 1-day event. Now it's bigger.
I think it's a 2-day event. It was for the NA at least. I think it was 2 days, and if I'm not mistaken, for the Amsterdam one, it was also a 2-day. I think there are 2 tracks normally,
Okay.
but not like dedicated to a specific topic. I can double check. They're just general tracks.
Yeah, I can confirm. Amsterdam was 2 days, 2 tracks, and not specific to any topic. I don't know about Chicago, was not there.
Yeah, thanks. Let's see, here is also the website
I think
of the conference.
quite few from the community are also going to reject it, these like ambassadors and so on. And since from the wider tag community, there are also quite a few ambassadors interested, we could also have like a informal meetup. But I would say if we have like a one, I don't know, if we book a room and so on, have like an agenda, we should do this like on Tuesday or during KubeCon. So not like the days before, because I think a lot of people are arriving on Tuesday or Wednesday.
I don't want to get us off track, but I do want to just throw it out there that I just realized when you were talking about the tracks. It made me think of FOSDEM. we haven't planned on FOSDEM, and I know they'll have a sustainability room, but we can table that.
When is the conference?
FOSDEM is in February.
Okay. Where is it?
It's in Brussels. It's in the same place always.
Okay. Do you plan on going? Because I remember, was it last year or 2 years ago that you went to the conference?
2 years ago.
Okay. Because I remember that they asked us if we could help with something.
Yes. So, I'm not trying to get the Kubecon off the plate. I should probably I'm going to talk to FOSDEM folks and see if there's something that we need to do, and I can put it in the Slack channel, the main Slack channel.
I don't expect that there are a lot of people from the TAG at FOSDEM, but maybe a few. So it could be like a smaller meetup or something if people attend. I mean,
Well, it'd be a good opportunity to collaborate with LF Energy. I know they do a big, or they are going to be present at FOSDEM and Kubecon. I mean, and that, so LF Energy is one of the things that I was thinking that we need, or one of the communities that we need to be connected with, especially we're both under the LF, and they're doing a lot of good work, especially around smart cities and alternative.
Yeah. So about that, but I mean, this doesn't, I'm not sure if we want to discuss this here, but we should have, or at least it's like one idea that we have like a TAG ambassador role for each of these communities. So there's like the proposal that I wrote, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago. We discussed this in Chicago. One idea is to have like another role in the tags, and a TAG ambassador role. We have so many CNCF ambassadors, but they do not really have something to do really in this ecosystem. So everybody already has something to do, but what is actually the role of an ambassador? And the TAG could maybe be like a body where ambassadors could help, especially like the collaboration between projects or between organizations could be very helpful, because we kind of not in sync with the LF. I think it's better with the Green Software Foundation now, but still we don't really have like the best anchor point, or this person is driving the conversation between the community groups.
I mean, that is part of the charter that we had for working group comms. So I don't know, or is their role. So I definitely am. I think that having an ambassador role identified helps with definition and having a go-to person. Did you have an issue for this?
Yeah, it's under the TUC repo. I can get it real quick.
Okay.
We can also go back to the Kubecon discussion.
Thanks, Andrea.
I think me and Nikki have been discussing also one activity. I'm not sure if we talked about it with anyone else. Maybe Leo also heard about it. We've been discussing in context of, for example, more hands-on projects like the one that Green Reviews working group is working on, if it would make sense to have some kind of a contrib fest like there are already at Kubecon. So we asked one of the content managers at CNCF and Linux Foundation, but what he mentioned was that Contrib Fest currently is only for graduated or incubating projects, and it doesn't include working groups, but they would be interested in bringing this up to co-chairs so that it can be potentially considered as candidates for future Contrib Fest. So not necessarily for 2024, but something we could consider long term if we should also kind of mention that we are interested in doing something like that, because we have like a separate project like hackathon, for example, or we have more concrete things that we are working on in the green reviews working group. So it could be a nice, more coding targeted or tech targeted activity that may interest potentially a wider audience of the conference to contribute.
Yeah, that's a great idea. We should ask if that's possible also for the upcoming KubeCon.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
asked with regards to the upcoming KubeCon, and he answered that no.
well, I'm wondering if we
shortly.
could do it for Project Kepler, though.
Yeah, yeah,
But
that-
the Kepler is a sandbox project. And
yeah,
it's
Oh, yeah.
graduating projects, right?
yeah, incubating and graduated
Okay.
for now. But I think we should at least, since he said that it would be of interest to raise it for
I mean,
co-chairs, I think we should.
frame it again and
ask
say
that.
this is a tag thing, and then it's something different. I don't know. I mean, if that's like the problem, that it says like it's a working group and not like a tag project.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean that makes it. I'm wondering, there should be more working groups that are working on like also projects that are technical. So it makes sense for those to also have some kind of activity like that. It could be nice.
Yeah, I think we should raise this again with Nikita and Kaspar.
Hmm.
Who? Thanks, Nancy. Who? Nikita and who?
Kaspar.
Cass. Okay.
Asper. And then, yeah, with K, not with C. And then there's like a third co-chair, but I forgot.
Okay.
Oh no, that's the third one. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but that's a great idea. We just need, I mean, if we submit something, we then have, I'm not sure like what are the requirements. Probably we need to work something out in the green reviews working group first, but should be fine. We can
For
add it
this,
to the agenda tomorrow, maybe.
KubeCon, what we did is that me and Nikki submitted a tutorial, because when we asked him, it's Cody Eliski, I think his name is, regarding the Contrib Fest. So he said like you could try to submit it as a tutorial or like a workshop. So what we we did, we just submitted it now as a not a Contrib Fest, but like a workshop to as a contribution together with the Green Reviews working group maintainers. So currently it's just me and Nikki that are listed as speakers, but this is something that we could like add, for example, Ross and Antonio if we get in. So we'll just see if we get any acceptance on that one or not, but probably worth noting for you.
Sorry, I joined a little late. What was that? The people who will be talking are already known, or
From a maintainer for a maintainer talk or for like the CFP?
Both?
For the maintainer talk, well, so CFP, the CNCF will reach out via email, but for the maintainer talk, we currently have Leo and Christina. Would you want to do it?
You mean you're asking me?
Yes. I didn't know if you had an interest.
Yeah,
Since you asked it, Johan, now you are replacing one of us. Very nice that you wanted to do that.
Of course, I don't want to steal anyone's spotlight that they probably very much deserve. But yeah, if you were looking for someone as a speaker, I'd be happy to.
Yeah, so usually like for the last ones, we kind of decided this more or less like a month or so before the event, because it also depends like what we are talking about. So if we have
Yeah.
a lot of like things to talk about the green reviews working group, maybe one of the like Ross or somebody is like a good candidate for the maintainer talk, because this is like actually what we are talking about. If we are talking a lot about the landscape document or something else,
Absolutely,
then Jochen, you would be like a very good fit, because this is like what we are talking about again.
yeah. I'm absolutely hoping to get this done until Kubecon. Pretty optimistic, and so I wouldn't see any reason why we shouldn't talk about it. And
We will just see, like as I said,
yeah.
like a month or so before, and then we will.
Makes sense. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, with I'm sorry, Johan, but we are actually at time. So I'm going to
Yeah, sorry.
No worries. Leo, because I set this up with my Red Hat email, can I send this to you to copy?
I think you
Because
can also just copy this to the working group green reviews meeting notes. We don't need like or do you want to have like a more planning sessions in the future?
there will be more planning, yeah.
And we can also create a new doc. That's fine. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, sure. Send it over. I would say.
And then that way we can have it documented for, yeah, maybe we can have a folder and we have it all in one place. And what was Aparna? Did you say?
Yeah,
Sorry,
she's
was
the co-chair for the program committee
oh, okay.
next to Casper and Nikita. And Nikita there's also an H, Nikita. But I can correct it. It's fine. No problems. Right. Yeah, I think we have not covered everything which we could feedback. So there are more ideas.
Yeah. There are more ideas and there is more to come.
Yep.
Okay, well, thanks all. I am going to stop recording and I will see you next week.
Thank you. Sorry I'm late.
No worries. It's okay. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.